Welcome to Manna at the Tap, a podcast of Tapestry Ministries. Each episode reflects on a daily Bible reading from the Revised Common Lectionary. I'm Gloria, a fellow traveler on a spiritual journey with the Tapestry community, and we refer to the daily Bible reading as our spiritual manna, nourishing our souls and fostering growth as we share insights and interpretations that enrich our spiritual lives. Thursday, April 10th, 2025, marks day 32 of the Lenten journey. Holy Week begins on Palm Sunday, and we will conclude the Lenten journey on Good Friday at the end of next week. The lectionary reading is from the hymn book of the Bible, the book of Psalms. Within its pages, we encounter a roller coaster of emotions that cry out for help as the psalmist navigates the pains of life. We have all experienced these emotions at some point in our lives. You may call it living in the realm of despair. It's a place where the sun sets at midday and we feel there's no escape from what we are feeling. The lectionary reading is Psalm 31, a prayer of David. And although he doesn't specify the event occurring in his life at that time, he expressed deep fear and anxiety. Life felt utterly hopeless. And from the depths of despair, he declared, I have no hope except in God's mercy, love, and grace. This cycle appears in today's psalm. It reflects a journey from hopelessness to hope through trust in God. And the psalmist invites everyone who is suffering to sing a song that reminds us troubles don't last forever. We can find solace in God's presence, for He is a strong fortress and a place where we can take refuge. The lectionary verses we want to center on today are verses 9 through 16, which begins with a lament as the psalmist cries out in torment and distress, pleading for God's graciousness while he's engulfed in pain. This pain has consumed his life with sorrow. He's losing weight and his bones are becoming weaker. He also feels rejected by those he thought were his friends and neighbors. Now, when they see him on the street, they avoid him. He feels abandoned and thinks they are the ones whispering and conspiring to take his life. From the depths of his despair, the psalmist remembers that there is one person who possesses both the power and the will to deliver him from his suffering. It is the Lord, and he will entrust himself to the Lord and cry out, be gracious to me. I will trust in you, Lord. You are my God. My times are in your hands. Deliver me from the grip of my enemies. Amid the darkness, the psalmist recalls the blessings the priest spoke to the people as they departed from the Lord's sanctuary. And he reminded himself of God's covenant relationship with his people. And so he asked God for his presence to shine on him and to be gracious to him because he is God's servant. And then he asked that God would surround him with his unfailing love. Jesus told his disciples that upon arriving in Jerusalem, he would be betrayed and handed over to the Romans. He would be mocked, ridiculed, beaten, and ultimately he would die. His disciples did not comprehend this, and they abandoned him out of fear when he needed their support. As Jesus was suffering alone on the cross for the sins of the whole world, he remembered the words from Psalm 31. The psalmist committed his spirit into God's hands. And in Jesus' final moments, before he died, he cried out, "Father, into your hands I commit my spirit." Then he breathed his last breath.